Okay. Is it worth? The one button. Oh my god.
Fuck this shit, so I'm out.
Are you talking to people watching your stream?
I'm talking to people watching the stream.
You have people who watch your streams?
Be right with you. I said I'll be right with you. Oh yeah, that's how you fucking do it. See, that would have been a really good transition if I didn't have, if I checked everything. Let's try it again. Hang on. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Okay. Okay. If we go back to this one.
The E button. Okay. Is it worth?
Blah 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 blah. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. It's your favourite streamer. Well, no, let's not go that far. In fact, let's go. Your favourite engineer. Better? Yeah. Not as bad. Yeah. Howdy. How are we doing, Meaty? You right? Congratulations, remembrance Ava's birthday tomorrow. How old is she, though? Yeah. Oh my god, heart radio. Heart radio, where? 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 Heart radio? What do you mean heart radio? It's definitely what I'm not wearing, is it? No. Definitely not that. You said my favourite streamer. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Michi. I don't know why that's not playing the thingy, but thanks. Can't you know I have a drink? Right, so, got yourself a drink. Got yourself a drink this evening. Ava's birthday tomorrow, so this is the final night. She's 4 years old. Therefore, she becomes a proper child tomorrow. So, a adolescent child or whatever they call them these days. Why have we got that clicked to me? There you go. Your favourite streamer. I know. I know. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen of this lovely channel, we'll be taking something apart. Look what I found. I found it. I found it. It only took me 3 weeks, but I found it. Fucking you never know where the fuck it was. You never guess where this fucking was. Where was it? In my fucking toolbox. In the fucking garage. It was only when I put up a CCTV camera, I was like, oh, that's where it's gone. So I'm like, I'm fucking taking this apart on my next stream. So, we'll be doing that. So as you probably guessed, you need more storage in the toolbox. That's it exactly. Yeah, I'd always need a bigger toolbox. More storage in the toolbox. So as you can guess, Ava and Katie are not here at the moment. They've gone to Grandma's for the evening. I've been left with the car, so I'll drive up and meet them tomorrow morning, whenever I can be bothered. Oh, you're opening. Get rid of the porn on it. Bloody hope there isn't any porn, because I've just realised where this is from. This is from Katie's dead grandmother's computer. Her little laptop. All it has on it at the moment is probably a copy of Ubuntu, which didn't work that well because it was so slow and shit. But we'll get that into in a minute. So Katie and Ava are up at Grandma's tonight. So yeah, I'm with you guys for this evening, which is lovely. I love hanging out with you lovely, lovely people, you sexy motherfuckers out there. However, just before Ava went, right? Just before Ava went, and I said to her, right, I will see you tomorrow, little one. Okay, hope you have a lovely start of your birthday. But remember, be good for mummy and grandma. Okay? And so, okay, Daddy. I was saying anything, and she was more like, let's turn these down first of all before she was like, okay, Daddy.
Okay, Daddy. I'll be good. I'll be good.
So, Ava, I'm going to go to the shops before coming up there. What do you want from the shop? Do you want anything? What do you want? What do you get her? I don't know. Katie does all the buying presents. I don't even know. It's a bit like, have you ever seen Jimmy Carr? And, you know, here comes the presents and that lot. Oh, yes, let's see. Yes, let's see what we got her. Yes, I have no fucking clue what we're going to have what we're giving our job. I know some, obviously, Paw Patrol stuff. That's about it. I just gave Katie money and said, get on with it. Which most dads do. But as I was saying, go back to what I was saying, is Ava, I said, Ava, I'm going to meet you at Grandma's tomorrow. I'm going to pop to the shops on the way up because I need the energy drinks. Do you want anything from the shop as I go on my way up?
Yes. Get me wiggly worms.
Now, I don't know if you know what wiggly worms are. They're the confectionery sweets. They're like jelly sweets kind of thing. Like, I can't remember what exactly they're called, but they're actually little worms that taste of like strawberry and things like that. And absolutely brilliant, you see. Oh, dear. If it wasn't a hassle, if you had a portable SATA storage unit, you could show everyone before and after the opening HD. Teach everyone why you don't open them. Yes, that is a good point. But I could do that, and we could wait another week or 2 weeks for me to get a portable SATA. But I think you lot have waited long enough for me to open this thing up, haven't you? I mean, no, not sour. No, not sour. No. I mean, we could. Do you want me to wait until that? I mean, I don't mind waiting. Do you want me to wait? Or should we do that another day? Or should we do this today? Because at the end of the day, you have waited 3 weeks for me to open this. It's up to you. It'll be fun for you. Do you know what? Let's open this one up now. Okay. And let's go with your idea in a few weeks' time after payday, because then I could purchase a functioning, non-functioning cheap hard drive. Okay. Get a eSATA for it and get it running, so you got the platters running, and show how it works in action. But this is, like I said, it's only a laptop one anyway, so the laptop one's is a lot smaller. So we'll go with that one. So this week, what has been happening? Not a lot. Not a lot, if I'm honest with you. I've had a few jobs this week, one of which made me fucking laugh, and it was today. It was, I kid you not, this ISP, as the call handlers, must be fucking idiots, because I went to this customer today, lovely customer, and turned up, and the notes, I kid you not, said something along the lines of, no connection, must be the router failure, must be the router is faulty. Can engineer just change router? I kid you not. It was a fiber to the premises customer. I walked in there and I just pressed the power button on the ONT and it worked straight away. Done a line test, done my usual things, and just explained to them what needs to be done and stuff like that. The router was fine. They could have solved that person's problem. They didn't have an internet for a week. They could have solved the problem over the phone if the call handler, because she even said, the lovely lady said, I even used my phone and we did a phone call and they looked up through my camera and I pointed them at everything in here, including the ONT, the optical network terminal. You know, we all know one of those is, don't we? We all know what they are. There's one of these, right? One of these. This had no lights on it. This had no lights on it. Not a single light. So you got 4 little lights up here, okay? 3 of them need to be lit for you to have internet. If you have a close look at this one, it might be a bit bright. Look, power, LOS, or loss of service. PON, which means passive optical network. And LAN means local area network. Now, no lights on the power. What does that tell you? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone gonna answer that? Exactly. Loss of fucking power. So all I did was, I kid you not, I went, boop. Worked straight away. It was off. That was it. It was off. They had no internet for a week because it was switched off. I'd say to the woman, you might as well just complain. They might not give you any, compensation for being offline for a week, but the fact is that the call handler, or their technical service department, glorified receptionist, I like to call them, turned around and said, we'll have to send you an engineer. I was there for less than 10 minutes. I kid you not, I was there for less than 10 minutes. I felt sorry for her because she's got a son who's about the same age as my daughter without internet for a week. So I can understand how frustrating it could be. But they're online, they're happy. Well, I'm happy, they're happy, done. Okay. So yeah, that was the fail of the week, I like to call it. I saw a lovely customer twice this week, and I rang them up on my way home, just double check that the phones are working, so it was a phone problem, and it's still working. So what I'm going to do is, on Monday, I'm going to give them a go. Talk about the one you put media in the server. Oh, yes. Okay. So, I'm not going to go too deep into this one, but yeah, it's not the, where is it? Media. I'm just, if you have a look at, if any of you are on my Discord, okay, click on media. And if you scroll up, you'll be able to see a lovely picture. Okay. I'll bring it up on screen, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, let me bring it up on screen. So, this is a living room. And you're probably thinking, it looks a bit grubby. That's not all the pictures. There is... I actually had to show my boss this, okay? Basically, this chap... Okay, well, let me point out. Let me just point something out. That's not a wood floor. That's a white tiled floor. The reason I know that is because when I moved that sofa back there, it's white underneath that sofa. Yeah, I didn't finish that job. I didn't finish it. It just the dog poo, and yeah, it's one of those you have to wipe your feet on the way out, unfortunately. But going back to my Discord, Sammy, I don't know if she's here yet, sent me this. Oh dear Lord. So I don't know if you know much. Some people may know what some of this stuff is. You see these boxes, 9X boxes hanging outside there. Excuse me, I've got to do something with my nose. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay, so the 9X box is normally used by Virgin Media. Virgin Media being a lovely company sometimes, depending on how you are dealing with them. Now, they generally have the same kind of rules when it comes to telecoms as most of the other providers, in which that the PSTN line, they call it PSTN line, or the master line coming in, is coming from the ground here, so it's obviously being fed through a tube into the 9X box. Now, what a 9X box pretty much is, it's a splitter box. It's to protect these splitters which are here. Okay, that's all the boxes do. They're meant to protect those splitters, because if you have a look here, look really closely, they're meant to be silver. Where my hand is on here, it's meant to be silver. It's meant to be good. Obviously, they've been damaged because of the corrosion and the water, and that would affect their service. Now, I don't know if it's their service, because by the looks of it, that box here, you got 1, 2, 3 lines coming out. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, Virgin Media did used to have phones, but none of these look like 4. Actually, it looks like 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. None of these look like black telco. They look too slim to be black telco, so I'm going to assume that they're all black coax. So, how Virgin Media work? They've got coax coming to the property, where it then splits the You'll have a connection going to the TV box, and then a connection going to the internet box via Mocha. MOKA. So, Michi, I know you're a Virgin Media, aren't you? If you had a decoder, a Virgin Media decoder, you could essentially decode the same signals that are coming down your cable for TV and have a Virgin Media box for free. But I would assume that anyway, because multi-stream and all. However, they can easily block it out because of internet. My washing machine's now singing at me. But yeah, this is something that is absolutely terrible, will need to be cleaned up as such. But other than that, there's not really much else going on my Discord. So yeah. Oh well. If you ever want me to have a look at... Oh, look at my daughter. Look at my gorgeous daughter. She's a mess. If you ever find anything out there, or you ever got any questions about stuff, I mean, just drop it in there and I'll bring it up on stream. Michi, is this your setup again? It is, isn't it? Oh yeah. Cookie Monster. Look at all these cans down here. I forgot about this. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, so this is there's no porn, so it's not hers. Yeah. So Michi, I don't get this. So I've got to point something out to you. I know it's old. I don't care. I'm looking at it. It's looking at 2023 for fuck's sake. Well, send me an updated one. We'll roast you in it. So Michi, what's this? What's up here? What's literally right here on the screen, right there? That's a webcam. How many fucking times have you used that webcam? Because if I remember correctly, you've only used it 2 or 3 times. I mean, do you really want a webcam? Do you really use it? I mean, I've got one. I've got 2, which is, hang on. 2, which is you there. I've got a 3rd one for that machine over there. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Making up excuses now, it seems like. It's never meeting him in person. 5 years ago, we were all getting locked down, if I remember correctly. No. It was the start of it. Motion capture with VTuber software. I thought you used the phone for that. It was the start of it. This is when it started picking up things, because at this moment, what time is it? It is 22 minutes past 8. So 22 minutes past 8. What was I doing 5 years ago? I was in Worthing Hospital with my other half, who had just had their balloon popped, ready to be induced, ready for my child to be birthed. And then my life changed forever. To go to bed? I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah. Oh, yes. Let me show you something. I forgot to show you. I'm just going from my Discord and I just saw this. It was so fucking freezing. I like, oh. Ooh. Ooh. I just had an idea. Now, Andy's car, my next door neighbour Andy, right? His car's right next to mine. Out there in the cold. It was frosty this morning. Do I? I mean, to Andy's car. It'd be nice. I would scrape going. The thing is, I've got to be up pretty early to do it tomorrow. I'm not doing it tomorrow. It's too early to get up tomorrow. But I'll probably end up doing that to someone else's car. A complete stranger's car. I don't know. Would that come under... criminal damage? I don't think it would. But you're definitely close to it. Glass shattering PP. Just got that. Oh dear. Speaking of what you call it, speaking of it warming up a little bit, guess what's happening right now on Steam? It is the Steam Spring Sale. So roll up until the 10th, now until March the 20th, which isn't actually a lot of times. It's only 6 days. Let's see what they've got here. Red Dead Redemption 2, Sons of the Forest, Black Ops, Call of Duty, Lions Bar. That's meant to be okay. Oh, right. They are playing the game that they played in, what do you call it? Cyberpunk 27. Hogwarts. What else we got? Elden Ring. Ugh. I hear way too much of Elden Ring. I've tried Forza Horizon 5s. I tried it. I played it. I got bored of it. I returned it. God of War Ragnarok. Silent Hill 2. These are the major ones that are standing out there. However, let's have a look down here. Heavy Rain. It's only £1.69. Heavy Rain is only £1.69. Do you know what? I'm going to add that to my cart. RoboCop's $4.99. Yeah, but RoboCop's overplayed. There's people like yourself who are easily pleased. It wouldn't. Liars Bar, Uzaya voices, voice actors that don't consent to it. So there's no... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Undertale's super cheap at the moment. I don't know what Undertale is, if I'm honest. Conan Exiles, The Elder Scrolls Online. Is that one you have to... Yeah. Looks like a heavy story game. Yes, it is. I actually played it on the PlayStation 3 and it's pretty good. Wow. Okay. RPG game where you don't have to destroy anyone. What the fuck? Yeah, no. It doesn't seem like... It's not jumping out at me. It probably will do, but... It's like a Mother... It's a game like Mother on the NES. Yeah, probably. Undertale's just fun. Probably gonna get a load of people saying, no, it's... Enter the Gungan. What else is on this list here? Doom? Yeah, that's alright. Ooh. Ooh. Do I? Yeah, screw it. I mean, would you guys watch me play The Walking Dead again? I say again, I have played it once. Tried Armor Core. No. No, I don't like the robot thingies. And there is another game I do want to pick up, which looks quite entertaining, and that is the one on my wish list. Can't remember what it is. So yeah, there is loads of games. This is actually not a bad sale this time. So normally recently I found that a lot of these Steam sales have been quite meh. But this has not been bad. But I've also got to think about games that I could play with Ava. I have to watch him die again. Of course you would. Yeah, maybe I need to do an updated version because I did The Walking Dead season 1 on my YouTube channel, but that was years and years and years ago. So maybe I need to do it on stream, an episode a night, you know, and stuff like that. Cuphead, Fictions, Monster Hunter, Fragpunk, Armory Forger. I've played that, didn't think much of it, if I'm honest. Yakuza Pirate is fun. World of Assassination, Hitman. Do you know what? I would like this. However, looking at and it's $8.99 for RoboCop, Whiskey, sorry. You actually have to buy the separate fucking levels. Kind of. Is it? No? Do you? Yeah, assassination episode. Does not include VR. To get the VR version, yeah. Okay. No, those are bonus levels. Oh, so you do get the main game, do you? Okay. Don't know you'd be interested if I'll be any good at this. Right, so Killing Floor 3. Have they delayed it? They have delayed it. Has anyone heard of that, this delay? Because this was meant to be coming out this month, wasn't it? If you can get free, you can play 1 and 2 with the game. Fair enough. Yeah, because this was meant to be coming out this month, wasn't it? Killing Floor 3, was it delayed? This is all in one. So Sky to EE broadband switchover experiences. Anyone switched over from Sky to EE for broadband recently? How's the switchover in terms during the day? What happened? Messaging at any time up to 23:59 has me spooked. I was hoping they would. I'm hoping as they are both OpenReach connection will be fairly seamless, but that might be naive. So the full discussion actually goes. So, as some of you know, EE and me, we have a love-hate relationship. I absolutely hate some of their routers, okay? I'm looking at them Smart Hub Plus at this point, and the Smart Hub Pro as well at this point as well. The reason for that is the Smart Hub Pro, they are promising things that is almost unachievable, okay? So, this person was saying something along the lines of, I want to be switched over from either Sky to EE. Now, EE generally is okay, if I'm honest with you, but sometimes their call handlers, glorified receptionists, technical team, whatever they want to call themselves, guides, get things wrong all the time. Now, I've got nothing to hide. If you have a Smart Hub Plus from EE, may the odds ever be in your favour. You're going to need it. Engineer. I'm thinking about moving from Virgin Media to EE, so what's so bad about this EE Smart Hub? So the Smart Hub's okay. It's a Smart Hub 2.1. It's actually BT router repackaged, which is the smaller version of them. But the Smart Hub Plus was the router that was rushed out never tested because of the partnership between BT and EE. They have so many issues with digital voice to random ones, starting to boot loop, and a whole host of issues. Probably one of the worst routers I have ever used, and that is not me saying that for effect. That is probably one of the worst routers I've ever used. Okay, and I've used Eros. Otherwise known as Eros. Basically, it goes backwards and forwards, and they're saying, you know, is this a good router and stuff like that. But then this person Bazoo says to me, will it affect him if he's using Eros himself? I said, to be honest, if you're using a mesh, turn off the Wi-Fi on your main router and use the mesh, because it's a lot better. It's good as a bridge, but that is it. And a lot of people don't realise their routers are doing like they're 5 devices all in one. Happy birthday to your best 3D. Oh yes, all I did was loaded the 3D printer, didn't I? Okay, and then it took fucking 9.5 months to print. Oh, thank you, Skulls. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm gonna have to clip that. I'm so sorry. Oh, that made me joke. I've got me right there. So, get rid of that for a moment. Let's go straight to the new stuff. Games keep crashing my new PC. Don't care. Hey, I made a post earlier. Adorable. Hey, I made a post earlier in the week regarding my Ethernet not working, and after more discovery, I found when I go to my Ethernet/adapter, the IPv4 isn't connected. I'm not sure why. My network controller seems to have an issue too. Can anyone help? That'd be great. So what happens? When it's unable to install your network controller. Right. Ooh. Right. Right, okay, so you got IVP6, not IVP4. Generally, okay, so if I saw this in mine, okay, let's see if I can bring up mine, okay? If I had the same problem, although that's running Windows, Smell was running actually, thinking about it, because they're both pretty much the same. At least I think they are. Let me bring up my adapter settings, advanced settings. This is where I accidentally disable my Ethernet and then have to reconnect. I'll be like, for fuck's sake. Internet options. Hello, that's the wrong one. Windows firewall, no. Network reset, no, don't want to do that. Advanced area settings, all networks, no. I can't find it. Let's try this again. I always forget which one it is to bring up on this page here. I always mess up. I can't find it. How do I get to that screen? Meet you again.
We would follow every toast with a song.
I can't remember how to get to that screen again. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because, oh, do you know what? I have to show you. I have to show you. Even that settings. It's a Windows 10 thing. Yeah, I know. Okay. So, yeah, you have to do it in the flipping pages. Don't you? I could swear I brought something like this up before. When is Ethernet settings and then properties? Yeah, it's slightly different in Windows 11, isn't it? No. Yeah, this hasn't got my IP address in there. Whatever. Okay, so I'm not too worried about it because I'm using a VPN for these streams. So generally, I would get, as you can see, IP assignment DHCP. So you'd normally put that to manual, right? You turn IPv4 on, and then you would type in your own IP address, 192.168.1.200. Subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0. My gateway is at, and my DNS is 192.168.1.44, and that goes to my Pi hole. And I'd hit OK. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. The reason for that is I'd lose connection. a few seconds whilst it trends over to it on. And plus this is on a static IP anyway. That's what you need to do on this one. And I bet someone else has commented that. Anyone context, please let me know. Happy to provide. And if you're not quite sure about your, you know, your, what do you call it? Your IP address of your router, IP config, and there's your default gateway there of your router. You type that in to your web browser, and look what happens. Boom, there's my router. Oh well, I'm not going to bother answering that one because that's just, no, not worse. Very slow speeds on Windows, Wi-Fi on Windows. Download's okay, speed is fine. Other devices on the same network. What? It's 6 minutes ago. We'll have to answer this one, shall we? Because we often have these problems. Very low upload speed on Wi-Fi on Windows. Download's okay, speeds are fine on other devices on the same network. I have two devices, an M1 MacBook Pro and a Windows desktop, connected to same Wi-Fi network. The upload speed on the Windows machine is horrible.
That's an interesting twist.
Oh yeah. I can also transfer my NAS to similar results. Hang on. Results similar, getting uploads. Well, that's got to be fucking easy. Wi-Fi doesn't deal, run an Ethernet cable for the wall. What's it always on his NAS? Don't know. But it's not only that, it's not just his NAS though. He's getting the speed test on speedtest.net. It's the same ones, you see, so he's getting the speed. That speed on speedtest.net. So what does that tell you? That his upload speed is poor. So I'm guessing his probably Windows system is probably installed on a hard drive, if I'm honest with you. Because it's it's trying to send data out from my hard drive. Updated BIOS. PC won't boot. Can I run gigahertz on the free? No. I have a spare Ethernet cable coming into my room where the Wi-Fi doesn't reach. What kind of device should I get? What can I use it to get Wi-Fi? A wireless access point. Like. Yes. Yes. One of those. I am so helpful tonight. Yes, one of those. I'm not working. Ooh. I never knew much than 6 months ago, but now my family hates me. What's wrong with it? That's lovely. I mean, look. He's got local area network, Rio, which is a Rio set cameras. Mini one, I have no idea. Mac Mini, probably. Pi-hole, no. Mac Mini 2, Mac Mini 3, no. And network address storage. Oh yeah, Rio Link. Yeah, Rio Link at the bottom there, so CCTV. What's wrong with it? This is pretty good. Oh, I just had a... So, I saw something on the fucking internet the other day. I want one. Let me find it for you. Okay? So, everyone loves server racks, right? Okay? And I saw one. I saw a mini one that you can actually have on your desk. And I'm talking mini. I'm not talking about the proper large ones. I'm talking about that something that's quite small that you can have on your desk. I know it's weird. I just want like something quite small, and if I can get a mini one, maybe I can make myself a mini rack just in that corner where you are there, just about here. That would be lovely. But another thought pops into my head at the same time. What if I was to move the main deco from out the corner and put it there? I think I'll have to upgrade that switch though, thinking about it. You're probably thinking why? Because for some reason that switch doesn't like having too many devices plugged into it. for a while. Interesting. Yeah, I know. And I'll sit there and I'm thinking to myself, this stuff is cool. I mean, I love technology. I love networks. And I'm thinking to myself, if I got the Mac out from there, not the Mac, the Deco out from there and stuck it there, and I get 700 while sat on that sofa, I shit you not. Hang on, let's see if, did it say my last speed test? Did the speed test a little bit earlier. Yeah, I did actually. Look, 784. Okay. Whilst I was sat there. Okay. 784. But whilst I'm sat here, which is a little bit further away, and I've got another access point there, we watched what happens. I lose about 300, 200 megabits a second. Okay, which doesn't bother me, if I'm honest with you, because it's Wi-Fi. I am not going to use that amount of bandwidth for my Wi-Fi. Thank you, phone. Imagine having it there, though. Right, so... shall we just take this hard drive apart and get the fucking thing out and done with? Because I know you are all waiting for me to do this. I know that. Yeah? Because it'll be interesting, won't it? We all know it's going to be fun. Let's do this. Yeah. So I'm going to move, oh, yeah, by the way, Ava still calls Daddy. Yeah, still me. So, this is where I can't find my, what do you call it? That screwdriver set that I brought the other day just to take this thing apart. That'd be funny if I couldn't find it, isn't it? I just never had an issue with internet. I just bought a long Cat 6 cable plugged in. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, some people can do that. I've done that. I've got two of them. I've got one running from this corner all the way to that corner, and then one running from that corner to here, to that network switch right in front of me. So, yeah. That's what I've got set up. However, what I'm tempted to do is move the ONT and everything from that corner, this corner, all the way along to there, so everything's all in one place. But I'm thinking to myself, what's the fucking point? What's the point of it, eh? Well, it's tempting, but what's the point? So, we have a 250 gigabyte Western Digital hard drive here. Okay. How's the focus? All good? Yeah? See my nails? See how dirty they are? Ooh, look at that. Look at that, Greg. Look at this. Look at that. I've been working today, that's why. I have my screwdriver set. We're going to start having a look at this. So, if we have a look at the back here, we've got some lovely bits and pieces. It looks like we've got a motor of some sort in the middle there. Obviously, you got your power, and you got your data pins here. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, no, that's it. Power and data. Okay. Right. So, and you've got some weird red thing up here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know a huge amount about hard drives. I know a fair bit about them, but not a huge amount. This whole thing is called, I'm aware of, is called a logic board because it holds its... Dude, clean your nails. Fuck off. I have been working today, okay? Right. I've come home from work. Yes, I came home a little bit early. I picked up my daughter from school, which she was really excited about. And we came home and I made her dinner. And I then played a game with her. So, anyway, logic board. Motor. Screws. So, is that the right screw? Yes, it is. Here we go. Here we go. We have one screw out. There's no screw in that one. No doubt we'll find a hidden screw somewhere, won't we? Screw number 2. Oh. Well, these aren't actually done too tightly, if I'm honest. I only know that you can put hard drives in other PCs and it stores stuffs. Okay, yeah, you're right. Well, you're about to have a look inside one. This is a laptop hard drive, hence it's a lot smaller than a large PC hard drive. This is what you call 2.5-inch hard drives. Works pretty much the same as one of the bigger brothers, but yeah. Okay. Right, so that's now been compromised. Can I lift it out? Apparently not. There might be a hidden screw somewhere. So I've got a feel for a hidden screw. Oh, that's not even part of that. What the fuck is this? Sticker that no doubt I've probably stuck on. So there'll be another. Yeah, there's going to be another one just there, I reckon. And another one in that corner, I reckon, as well. Yeah, there is. Okay, and one up here. I am glad I didn't cut my nails, because that would be virtually impossible to get off. Yeah, there's another 2 screws there. There might be a third one in the middle there. So about to open up Western Digital's hard drive here. Like I said, it's 2.5-inch, 250 gigs. How many platters do you think this will have? 1, 2? Why are they hidden? To stop people from doing what I'm doing. Now I reckon there might be another one somewhere. So what I'm doing is there's going to be one just there. Yeah, here's one. So they actually do not want you to take these apart. Not easily anyway. Actually, one of them. Have a close look. No, I don't think that is. Doesn't feel like it anyway. Doesn't feel like it anyway. Doesn't feel like there's any more. Right, let's have a go. God, that's stiff. That's what she said. Oh, I broke a screwdriver this week. To the point that I had to chuck it away. Yeah, one of my white ones. So I was doing something. I was trying to screw a master socket together, and it just went bing. And I'm like, I didn't realise it at the time. And there is another screw. So I am really demolishing that. There's nothing on the back here. They're not screws, are they? They're screws for a logic board. Do I have anything that will take that apart? I doubt they're the same. Oh yeah, they are. Take this logic board off. Maybe it will take the top off. Yeah, they are. How many screws does a fucking hard drive have? How are we finding the music? Not too loud? Quite enjoyable? Quite chilling? Full. Oh, I know, this might just take off the logic board. Which, look at that last screw, it did. Yeah, that one. So that's definitely taken off the logic board. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the logic board essentially has these 4 contacts. That's how that connects to the hard drive. Yeah, that tells the motor. Nothing what to read. Oh, you got another one up here. You got another touch point up top here. Right, which is then for this board here. You can see there to there. That's really quite cool. Obviously some sort of chipset. That says AAI 9045. Alright, let's peel this off. Wow. Oh, look, it's Samsung. Right there. Oh, that's a Samsung on that chip. It's Western Digital, but it says it's got Samsung on there. That's really quite nice. Look at the traces on that. We have some more screws. Or something. I need something to grab hold of that. No, they're screw ends. That's that hole there. So this one is normally around here. Air hole. Whoa. We'll get into this eventually. How many platters have we guessed? Have we guessed how many platters are going to be inside this? I reckon 2. Now, what I mean by platters is the metal discs inside. So I could be completely wrong. It could be just one. For 250 gigs, probably just the one actually thinking about it. So they're rivet points. Okay, this is riveted together as well as screwed. Am I missing something? Hang on, let me just see if we can peel this off. There we go. Now we found other screws. Yep, here we go. Here's what I'm missing. 2, maybe 3. Modern, maybe. Probably. So you reckon 2. Anyone else reckon any other numbers? Oh. 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 There isn't any other screws on there, is there? Not that I can see. Get a prying tool. I mean, in this alone, there's quite a number of screws in this. I think I've got them all. Yeah, there's all the screws out. The worst point is they are all, what do you call it? Different size. Ah, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. As you can see, it is loosening up a bit. So you've got to pop these corners out. Here we go. You ready? So let's move over that way. I have not even seen one of these in real life. Wow. You can see yourself. That's pretty cool, that is. So this is the motor part where it obviously spins the platter. That is actually attached to the platter. The platter being this round thing here. That's a filter. I know that. This thing's your read and write head. So this thing will dart across here and read and write to this. But the thing is, because I've opened it, it's now compromised because there's a speck of dust on this will kill this hard drive, which it has done. This is a strong neodymium magnet, which I'll take out in a moment. But as you can see, this will then come across there, read and write and stuff like that as well. Let's take this screw out and start taking it apart further. Okay. I missed a screw at the point? No. No, it's just a very strong magnet. So there is a natural earth magnet, because that is a strong magnet, as you can see there, look. To the point, I think it can even pull the screw out, but there you go. It's a very strong magnet. Oh, get back in there. I wonder, can I magnetize this screwdriver? No. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Just trying to pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was trying to pick up the screws, but there's not enough power on it. So, let's get the read right head out. Sammy Rambo's going to be upset she's missed this. But like I said, you can get to this stream on a Sunday night, 8 PM on my YouTube channel. So this is the logic. So this is the logic controller. So this clips directly onto there, as you can see. The logic controller for the hard drive. Okay. Which is attached to a ribbon cable to the read write head, which we can actually try and get out. So we push that all the way back. It's not going to let us get the read write head out. What we can do is get the platter out. Or not. Christ, that's in tight. There we go. That's what she had said. Ah, see, as you can see now, I have actually made a mark on that platter. It feels like there you go, there's my fingerprint. There's my thumbprint. What it feels like is, do you know GameCube discs? About the same size as one of these, but definitely metal. It's definitely got a little bit of weight to it, not a huge amount of weight to it, and it's just one platter, single platter on this one. So, but yeah, there you go. That's not going to work ever again. And if anyone wants my fingerprint, there you go. You could say it's my digital fingerprint. So, how far else can we go out? So there's a read write head. Now, why is that springing back? Is that because of this? I reckon it is. You've obviously got a copper coil there, which then brings it back. But obviously it's on some sort of spring retention as well. And I reckon there's another magnet underneath that. Hang on, where's that original magnet gone? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, there's going to be another magnet, but then again, that attaches to most of it anyway. Yeah, so I wouldn't rely on that. That's the motor in the middle there. Can we pop the motor out? Doubtful. Oh. That's a shame. Let's see if we can get this out. Hands to your drop, hip hop, bebop. Oh yeah. No, there's no math magnet on that one. Right. So the read write head. Get this focused. So what this does, it receives. So let's. So this is it breaking apart. Okay. All right. Let's get it all lined up properly. All right. So it starts off with your computer being connected to power and data. It then travels through the logic board. Grab my screwdriver as a pointer. Travels through the logic board, does what it needs to do. Okay, power regulates itself, obviously, because we've got a couple of couple of mini resistors along here. And a few diodes. Goes through these logic boards or SoC systems on the chips. So it looks to be that this is for power regulation and this will be for data. Let's double check that. Let's have a look at these, see what it says on there. Looking at the tracers. Yeah. Well, I could be wrong. No, that's definitely data. Yeah, because it goes in here, comes out this thing's here. Yeah, so obviously the data comes in and out for these here. This is mostly for power regulation. This is for data, which then sends data to the actual hard drive. Whilst these four are for power. So that then powers the hard drive in itself. So that is powering and telling the motor which way to spin and how to spin. Okay, which then comes. So we've gone from power in the bit here, which then goes all the way around to this here, which connects to this here, which then sends us motor spinning. Right? And whilst the platter is attached to that, that will send that spinning at such a rate. At the same time, it looks to be that the data that is then being read and the logic board is being told, then attaches to this pin. These set of pins here, well, it's not pins, it's a flatbed, which then tells the read-write head where to go, which is what these pins are for. So that will essentially sit on there. The read-write head, we'll put it back into place. We'll put everything back into place. So the read-write head will sit nicely on there. That'll sit nicely in there. And whilst it spins, oh, I can't. Come on, get back in there. Get back in the hole, you. So whilst this is spinning around, the read-write head is moving across, receiving data from the logic board and from the PC as to where this data is. And yes, this won't be ever used again because, as you can tell, it's being dragged, but this will then read and write across these heads here. And then the data then comes back through the logic board, back through the board itself, back through these bits and back off into the PC. So there you go, that is a hard drive fully taken apart. Not quite though. We have a filter here. So it obviously lets in some air. Now this thing up here is rather interesting. What is that? Bear in mind, the last time this was actually open would have been in a clean room at the factory. When it's been manufactured. When was it manufactured? 2010, 19th September 2010. Gone to that. So this is a 14-year-old hard drive. Alright. Since it's mostly empty now, that's actually not a bad key ring. Do you want that as a key? Who wants this as a key ring? Anyone? Fingerprints and all. In fact, I might actually attach that to my work keys. If anyone gets that right. Even attach this to the work key rings. Makes that sits in there. It doesn't, sits on top, doesn't it? And pins it all in place, yeah. Pins it in place. So what I'll do is I'll take this all apart, put the cover back on, and that is a hollow box. When looking at this, you can easily stick a, you can easily kind of cut, you know, a little window out and stick a USB in there and have a USB. Put it in the eBay and say Eagle at DNA. Do you want to lick it for me? There we go. That's inside of a hard drive. What do you think? Interesting. Be cool if I can get that out, wouldn't it? So let's see if I can take it apart any further. Ooh, this is interesting. Where's that board? That is interesting. Ooh, I like that. So, where's that sticker I took off it? There it is. So, looking at these, you got tracer pads here. So when this was manufactured, it would have came out the factory without that sticker to start with, and they would have tested it or got the motor up and running, or testing the motor here, because these connect directly to that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. These things here, 1, 2, 3, 4, which also I'm guessing they can test both the logic board and the hard drive at the same time by connecting that up. That's simply, it's raised a little bit, so you could easily just build manufacture a machine that would do that for you. Still don't get what these red stickers are all about. They are definitely just stickers. That's actually aluminium, that is, as well. There you go. What do you think? Interesting bit of kit. Who would have ever thought that in 2025 I would have been taking a hard drive apart? Now, looking at this a little bit closer, the read-write head has actually got 2 of them, and they're, hang on, what's on the end of that? Oh wow. So, I don't know if you can focus onto this, but watch this. It's flexible. I thought they would be solid, as in completely solid, but yeah.
If you go on the way you started,
Kind of reminds me of antennae on a bug or an insect, really, if you think about it. I mean, the rest of it's metal, as in aluminium. I mean, that's solid. There. It's a bit like... Do you know if you get a Ferrero Rocher and you keep the wrapper? That's what that is. That's what it feels like. And it goes all the way along. Oh, well, there's another little board here as well, which then goes to a ribbon cable. Then goes to the data pad, which then connects to the logic board here. There we go. Is that? Ooh. It's not sharp. Is that the sharpest point? Is that one? In fact, that would be quite a cool little key ring, wouldn't it? Just one of those. Make little cool key rings out of hard drive pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this ribbon cable off. We're ripping it off. Hang on, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, rip. Okay. And I'm actually going to attach that to my work keys. So, yeah, there you go. So, that's really quite cool. I enjoyed that, taking that apart. Let's put it back together again as much as we can. I'm not going to screw it into place because this is destined for the BIN. But we have ourselves a very, very strong neodymium magnet on this. I wonder. Yep. In fact, what we can do. It's the other way up, isn't it? sit there. So neodymium magnet sat on top. So this would have sat underneath there, like so. That in the middle there. That in there. Oops. I think you messed that up, haven't I? Take this out. Can I get this out now? There you go, thank you. So the read-write head slips in between those two. Okay, and that sits on the platter tray. Don't know if that's the right terminology for it, but I don't care. Yeah. And then that one sits on top. And that will force the head to read and write and move itself as well. So I get what they mean when you used to have to park your hard drives. Eat it, become magneto. Because if this was spinning, which it does, this read-write head moves up and down across it, okay, and it spins. If something was to happen to this, if it was banged and knocked, stuff like that, especially when you move your computer, it could damage the platter. But yeah, and you'd park it by having it there. What that is, it's, yeah, I like that. Eat it, become magneto, bitch. So you'd have to park it. So what that is a parking spot for it. There you go, inside of a hard drive. What do you think? Well worth the wait? I thought it was. Now the question is, I'm going to take this all back out. What the fuck am I going to do with all these little tiny little screws now? There, in fact, where's that magnet? Magnets come in useful from time to time. Oh, it just pinged off. That's certainly not magnetized. There you go. There you go, there's all the magnets to it. I'll be finding hard drive magnets. Worth it for me. I'll be finding hard drive screws for a week, no doubt. What should I take apart next week? Should I take apart a I don't think I've got one left, but what's it called? A CD drive or DVD drive or something like that. That'd be interesting, won't it? Oh, wrong one. An optical drive, that's it. But yeah, that'll be quite a nice little souvenir. What do you think? There you go. Oh look, 21st century toothpick. Oh dear. But yeah, what actually made me so this is a thermal pad. So this is designed to sit on top of that and keep that cool. Interesting stuff. I will dispose of that later. I will definitely dispose of that later. Yeah. I think that was worth it, actually. I quite enjoyed taking that apart. Seeing how it ticks. But because I'm not going to use it again, I've left it apart. Because there's no need for it. You take apart. You should make like a trinket board of all your stuff to take apart on stream. That is an idea. I like that. Yeah, I'll have to start doing that. That'd be an idea. I am glad I picked this up for 10 quid on Amazon. It's a great little box. I still don't get what this is about though. I mean, there's a little round thing. Oh, it's got positive and negative on it. It's probably a magnetizer. But yeah, quite enjoyed that one. Anyway, let's have a look, see what's been happening on Reddit, and some other bits and pieces, shall we? Okay, so can someone please help me identify where my router would be? Okay, long story short, I'm trying to upgrade my router to my business. You can only see my keyboard. I am sorry, folks. Professional streamer here. How are we? You good? I'm trying to upgrade my router to my new business. We came in after they already hooked it up to Cox internet, done all, and so we done the setup. All I'm seeing is back of the modem. Hang on. Ugh, it's American. Ugh. 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 I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. Ugh. Don't like American modems. Mobile fan life home assistant. Oh wow, that's pretty cool, but I wouldn't use that. My monitor has some light bleeding. How do I fix it? Buy a new monitor. Check if your kid's arm is sore. Ooh, this is worthy.
We know it is busy.
Let's not put the sound on because of copyright. So I'm watching. No. I'm watching this cyclist here, in and out of traffic. I didn't see it. Did anyone see it? So why did that cyclist go? No, just watch this guy here. Comes out. Do you see the traffic in traffic laws UK for bikes? No. No, I didn't. What new traffic laws for bikes? I am such a loss at this one. Driving back home, check the kid on the bike on the left hand side. Just rides into the road, smash into the white van and rides off. So if you got a boy with sore right hand, he's got someone to say sorry to. Sorry for the sweat at the end. That to be the inside lane to make them more visible. Inside lane. And let's.
We wrote this team up with them and just close this one. So we always been fan the right.
So right.
Always been
Let's just do it.
the style and he's a sound signature, so we decided to team up with them. And,
Okay, so he's actually hit that, but he's actually hit the car. Oh well. Inside lane. Hang on. Just covering e-bikes.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you.
Hang on. The 2282 highway code no longer asks cyclists to stay on the left-hand side of the road, or indeed to use the cycle lane. Instead, uses no less than half a meter from the curb. No, hang on, no less than half a meter from the curb.
Buddy ran away.
Yeah, but that's been around for a few years.
We'll get better. Orphanage paint.
Fucking hate cyclists. Fucking hate cyclists, especially ones who jump red lights.
So you gotta make a little work shrimp.
I was more interested in the song.
Buddy ran away. Things will get better. Orphanage paint lit.
New PC build keeps crashing. Actually, let's go back to that Worthing one that we saw. Actually, no, UK ISP. This is always a good one. Okay, top. Yeah, well. Unplug the router and modem has now had no internet and no ideas. Yeah, plug the router fucking back in. Okay. We recently had quick-line internet installed, rural area of no fibre yet, so we had to have an antenna. We were getting 100 down, 20 up, which was fine. Last night I unplugged the router and modem so I could move the table. I expected to plug it back in and everything would be fine, but it wouldn't connect to the internet. Zyxel router. Oh, Zyxel router. I know one of those. Why do I know one of those? I do know them. I've heard of these guys. That's why I've heard them. Who else has used Zyxel? Hang on, was Post Office? Was it Shell Energy? Used Zyxels, didn't they? They did. Yeah, Zyxels. Shell Energy. Funny enough, you're probably thinking, hang on, Shell Energy? Aren't they just an energy provider? Well, they used to be. Used to deliver internet as well before they sold that part off to TalkTalk. And I don't know if you remember a few months ago, you probably don't remember, that someone had one of a very unusual looking very different router, and I accidentally switched it off by putting something on it. I've just found the router I was on about. It was this router here, okay, that I put my laptop on top of and realised, hang on, we haven't got any internet. And I pressed this button, wireless on or off, and it switched it off, didn't I? Yeah. I messed up. And now, yeah. Generally, you don't see a lot of these. I haven't seen one of these in a long time now. So, I still have yet to try something with Zen Internet and there you go, like so. So, anyway. 3 nights, except for the internet light, it's static red. Run the quick line, they said there's an issue with the antenna, they're sending an engineer. I imagine this will be next week though. Waiting for a call back today to book an appointment. As I unplugged it from the main socket, I'm surprised the issue related to the antenna. Has anyone experienced... Right, okay, so... The most likely explanation, you have an active session before you unplugged it, so it would be best unplugging everything for at least 24 hours and let the IP lease expire. Then plug it back in and see if this will give you a new IP assigned to the bastardized GNAT system. If it's an antenna-based issue, then you have to wait for an engineer. Oh, come on. That was 11 hours ago, and opposed to 12 hours ago. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting one. Fibre to the cabinet, open reach of Virgin Media. Moving to a new flat next month. That's good for you. I can't decide if I commit to Virgin Media though. Expert customer service seems guaranteed to be bad based on all the online reviews. Don't listen to all online reviews. People love to complain on the internet. Okay, you'll put anything in and someone will complain about it. Okay, think of something that no one can complain about and you'll get one fucker who will complain about it on the internet. Yeah, you will. Or go with the more expensive and lower speed, maximum 60 70 megabits per second provider using FTTC on OpenReach. It looks like that I have a lot of FTTC options, so the only upside is arguably better customer service. Not with fucking EE, you don't. Anyone have advice or have been in a similar situation? Yeah, people complain that a game has equality based in it. In it, like, what? Wow. Indeed. Indeed. But yeah. Then you got 3.1, you got 5G. Right? Don't go for 5G. Oh. 5G. Seriously. Why are people... 5G isn't as good as you think, folks. Because it just isn't. There's something wrong with it. Especially in my area. Okay. All time. New. Signed up with Vodafone, but has no ADS filter with the router. I have just moved into a new build. Got broadband with Vodafone, and the router came today with no ASDR microfilter. Oh, I expect it to connect to the cell phone line. Wanted to check if I'm missing something before calling on by myself. Where's the pictures? But FTTC on the 20 new build, you don't generally get them, if I'm honest with you. They normally have full fibre. As you clarify, I'm in a flat, every room, a standard telephone socket labelled BT1, BT2, etc. Then an Ethernet port labelled Data 1, Data 2. I did some digging around and found a boiler vent cupboard that has a small white open reach box with a LAN port and then 4 BT data sockets labelled similar rooms above. Here's what I'm thinking. Hopefully, someone here to explain. Oh my god, this person's a fucking idiot. The small box is in the FTTP box. If I plug a LAN cable from there into one of the data sockets, I can come to the corresponding socket, whichever room that connects. Oh my fucking... I mean... Fucking idiot. Meat sheet, Visky. Sometimes I think you're a fucking idiot sometimes. I really do. However, you're not... This guy is an idiot. I have just ordered internet from Vodafone. Oh my god, they've not sent me a microfilter. All that's in the box is a LAN cable. In with the anger, out with the love. In with the anger, out. You shit. Right, okay, I'm done. So, yeah, you get these fucking people who I just went straight away. Just don't look around the... No. They just don't look about what's around their place. I mean, the first thing you do... Yeah, I know. The first thing you do when you get a place, okay, is even before you even move in sometimes, you see what you can get. Uswitch.com, BT fucking broadband, HomeView, whatever fucking it is called. You see what you get before moving into it, okay? All right? That is the... That is the yeah, the links of it, the basics of it. But no, not at all. If I were a rich man. But yeah, you just... It frustrates me when people are like that. I know we're not all meant to be tech gurus and stuff like that, but it's a bit... It's just one thing after another sometimes. Okay. I am done. Relax. Relax. So... Right. I don't know what I'm doing. What was I doing next? What was I doing next? I can't remember what I was doing next. I think I finished actually doing what I wanted to do. What random stuff's on my desk this week? I have tomato ketchup. Don't ask me what. Here's a question for you guys. Do you actually still tomato ketchup in your fridge? Or do you keep it out? Oh, and some of you probably noticed last week, I actually ate a whole bag of, I prefer it cold. You prefer it tasteless, you prefer it flavourless, but stick it in the fridge. You don't stick tomatoes in the fridge. Like tomato sauce, okay? It's meant to be room temperature. Alright, that's the point of it. I think I've got my finger stuck. I think I've got it stuck. Now you're probably thinking, how have I got it stuck? Yeah, I've got it stuck. And it's painful. I've got it stuck. It's actually getting quite sore now. I might have to break it off. The disc, the platter, not my finger. Gosh, just imagine having that on the stream. Oh, hang on. Oh. I'm not sticking my finger in that again. Visky, do you remember that pumpkin? Anyway, let's crack on. Let's have see what else is going on here. So, TP Link. So, how many people have I got to go over to TP Link this week? I was talking to a lovely couple today. They are quite interested in TP Link. I should fucking be a salesman for them, if I'm honest with you. I should be a salesman for them. So, yeah. How's my TP Link going? It's going absolutely fine. I haven't had any issues with it this week, touch wood. However, I did something this week. Something cool. Something interesting. But, oh yeah, this is the other pictures of it. Let's not look at those. But, the other pictures of the actual dirty place. Lovely. Let me show you that. I did something cool this week. Something very cool. Let's show you. That is my ladder. I have many like it, but that one is mine. And if you have a look up there, there's a camera going up there. That's what I did this week. Slight problem with it. Doesn't fucking work, does it? I mean, it works-ish. But the battery just keeps dying on it. However, it is definitely up there because there's the camera. Right? It looks great. It works really well when it's got fucking batteries. The problem is that fucking solar panel's not charging it. Now, it's either the solar panel's not angled properly, maybe, or I'm just going to have to do it mains powered. I think I'm going to do it mains powered, if I'm honest with you, because I like being nosy to my neighbours, if I'm honest with you. But it's up there. It is connected. What changes would I do to it? I'll probably just get a standard camera that doesn't have a solar panel to it. That's probably what I'll do next time. Also, my daughter is enjoying VR to the point that that she causes a mess even in VR as well. So she plays, obviously, the job simulator, and she just causes a mess everywhere, wherever she is. Or she'll eat everything. Let's have a look at some cable gore and some tech support gore, shall we? For the latter part of the stream, anyway. So if we go to the new ones. I need to remember to clean. Oh. Steam confirmed that leaks are true. Descartes is coming out. So what is Descartes? What leaks? Speak, Michi. Speak of this. What is this Descartes you are speaking of? I need to remember to clean my GPU. That's nothing. Seriously, that's nothing. A Steam wireless headset. I've got a wireless headset. It's got the fucking not Switch. Oculus Quest 2. This reminds me. Right, so I'm going to record myself cleaning my PC one of these weeks because Casey's got me a fan for my PC to clean, and it is absolutely fucking filthy at the front. It's going to be a lot of fucking dust. Galaxy S3 found halfway buried into the ground. Looks like Visky's old 2060. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Wow. I would so look for a memory card on that. If not, plug it in, see if it still lights, see if it still works, and see if there's anything cool on there. Hashtag nudes. So, what is the expected value of a phone that's smashed with a hammer and buried for 6 years? I'm gonna say $0. Not actually selling it. Gonna just get rid of it. Why? Why? Why would you get rid of it? That'll be an interesting thing. I actually have a phone that has been smashed up. This is my old Nokia 6220C. Okay, all right. It still works despite having no front numbers, no battery, no SIM card, nothing. The camera shutter only opens, fucking hell, over its full way this time. And this was a manual shutter. You had to actually manually open it to get the camera up. Okay, the camera app. I mean, that's how you activate it. And the flash on it, I mean, the flash on it. But if I was to get a Nokia battery and stick it in it, it actually still fucking works. Oh, wow, the security screws in this. No, I'm not taking this one apart. I've got other phones I can take apart. But yeah, this actually still works after this. And I had this... when did I got with KT 2013. This has got text messages from Shez in it. I was with Shez in 2010. So this is about 15 years old, this phone is. And it has survived 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. And it's still with me to this day. 4 moves. Doesn't have an SD card in it or anything like that. Doesn't have any pictures. The only pictures I could find on it is ones of the ex-girlfriend on it. And even then, it wasn't interesting. It wasn't decent pictures. Nothing interesting. And yes, I just still talk to Shez. So hang on. I'm gonna send her a message. So we're currently streaming on twitch.com. Hi, how are we doing? And we are actually talking about you. We're talking about this phone here. And that it's 15 years old. Probably older than that, I can't remember. But yeah. Going from this shitty little camera on the back there to my Pixel. And you just came in conversation. And one of my viewers has said, old man's motor bug. What do you mean by that, Michi? Hope you're having a good night. Right, let's send that to her. Why do I still talk to my ex is, I don't know why. I don't know. We just started talking one day and just haven't stopped. I mean, she's married now. She's got 3 kids now. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, I'm listening to a hard drive now. What makes you listen to a hard drive? Motorbug is slang for the old phones that had a big ass button. What do you mean about that? A big ass button? I mean, I've got other phones. I say I got other phones. Maybe not. Had other phones. Oh. I'll find them. I've had them. Big ass buttons. They're not big ass buttons. I mean, so's my thumb. So they weren't that big ass buttons. Not at all. But it's just an interesting how mobile phones, I mean, look at the size comparison. I mean, do you remember when phones got smaller and smaller and smaller? And then we found videos, mostly porn, on the internet. And then phones get bigger and bigger and bigger again. It's amazing. So, yeah. That was me looking at Snapchat, sorry. So, back to the tech support call. Oh dear, that's quite an interesting one, that one is. So let's go back. Okay, I'm not a fan. Don't care. Restaurant iPad used only from Pandong. Oh, that's got a spicy pillow in it. It's got 2 spicy pillows in it. Fucking run. Fucking run. As fast as you can before that spicy pillow goes. Bada bing. Bada fucking boom. Because it will go pop. Low profile, no problem. I mean, you can get low profile cards. Or low profile connection. Come on, Red. Click on that one. Well, Windows 8 originally on... Oh, no. Why? That would still work. Well, let's go. We've got the Wi-Fi aerial there. Or grounding one. God, Windows 8. Did I ever use Windows 8? Did I ever use Windows 8? I don't think I did. I did not think I did use Windows 8. Yes, actually, yes, I did. 8.1 I used, and it was a pile of wank back then as well. I need net. Why? It's Death Trap, don't care. See, just seen outside a restaurant, how's Wi-Fi around here? So that sits normally on top there, it's just fallen down. Is this normal? That's some type of fuse. Yeah, that's normal. Well, at least you hope it's normal. Fuse share hanging in there. Just placed one of these 45 minutes ago. I think I'm fused with 29.9 amps going through it. Ooh. Everything is a smoke machine if you use it wrong enough. Everything and anything. Everything will emit light once. Okay, anything electrical will emit light just the once. Anything will emit light once. Okay. Alright. Anything electrical anyway. Before it stops working. Because we know what will happen. It will just fizzle out and it will just be like dead. Simple as. Yeah. I've been up since 5 o'clock, so fuck off if you're wondering. Okay, alright. So, yeah. Okay. Ooh, HP have lost respect, a lot of respect from myself, to the point that I won't even talk about them anymore. I won't even help them. The reason being because HP will force you to actually have ink just to photocopy something, not to photocopy it, to even scan it and put it into your PC. They will require ink. So, yes. I'm just flicking through hardware gore. Nothing that's interesting, nothing that's kind of jumping out at me. So, yeah. Cable gore is what I'm going to look at next. Gonna have a look at new, see if anything comes up. I'm fully aware of what screen we're on at the moment. I'm just so you don't have to see anything. Right, here's something we got. This looks to be England. Thinking about it. Yeah, it's England one. This. Oh, you fucking bitch. Yeah, you like that. You show your ass off to the camera. So this is definitely England, because looking at these jelly crimps and looking at the green box, this is a D-Slam. I was talking to you about this the other day. Yeah, this is a definitely busy one, mostly for telephones. What does the actual needle? Haystack. Back DSL days, having to trace someone's house wire, jukebox, it was like this. It sucked. Don't miss that, especially when there were wasps. Not the wasps. German Telecom used Del Jank. Wow. I forgot about the wasps, yeah. It's great when you find one leg and the other leg is fucking God knows where it is. When they mean legs, when it comes to telecoms, this is quite funny. So what I mean by legs is your internet, if it's ADSL or Sogia or whatever. You've got two legs. You've got A and B. This makes a circuit. It goes into the back of the master socket. Now, you can generally find a tone trace tool that you plug into the customer's address, and then you go down to the D-slam, and you've got a little poker tool called a tracer. Okay, and you're listening for a noise that goes like that. Okay, and you're pressing the button. You're actually poking it around, and you find one leg. Brilliant, fucking amazing. But then you're like, where the fuck is the other leg? And you'll sit there for ages poking at it. This is why I don't work for OpenReach, because I would just get fucking bored. I'll be like, nope, can't find it. Can't find it. Try something else. But no, and normally I'd say, pass it to someone else. But I've realised if I worked for OpenReach, I will be that someone else. Okay? Because that would be me. I'll be like, for fuck's sake. So, yeah. We all know I would get bored of that. So, yeah. I just can't remember what I was going to go from there. So, has anyone found anything interesting? Anything exciting? We'll have a look at Reddit Worthing, because we like to know what's happening in our local area. In my local area, I should say. Don't care. Worthing's quite a large place. Someone going on about cats. Someone going on about Worthing Beach. Nothing interesting on that one. OpenReach. Anything on the OpenReach Reddit? Let's have a look. No parts for 3 weeks. Don't care. Neighbour permission. Don't care. Xbox can make a new console which be optimized for TV gaming PC. Gaming TV, optimized TV gaming PC. But isn't an Xbox essentially what one of those is anyway? Oh, disappointing workmanship. Potential trip hazard 3 days ago. No, as in, I'm listening. Steam, Epic and others. Oh, interesting. So, pretty much like a Steam machine. Right, so. I fucking hate Reddit sometimes. It takes a fucking century to load. Yeah, but for everything. Oh, am I going to see the writing on this one? No. Ah, here you go. Optical fibre cable, property of BT. Also look up Valve Decard. Yeah, Meaty was just going on about that. Meaty was going on about the Decard. There's a picture of my daughter and I. Ooh. Valve Decard can be used wireless dongle instead of a cable. Wireless dongle for seamless VR. Oh, I don't like that idea, if I'm honest with you.
Perhaps the moon knows the secret of the new sound.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's my D-Link. No. I know it's probably not there one. Don't use D-Link stuff. So, yeah, can't wait for it. Hang on, Visky, you've got more heads. You've got more fucking VR headsets than heads. Okay? And trust me, you get head from her upstairs anyway. So terrible. And I want more head. The OpenReach engineer came and Quest is shit and dying. Shut. The Quest isn't shit. The OpenReach engineer came this afternoon, but after she left, not that I've got anything. I went to look out at the work, and to my utter disbelief, she didn't run the cable along the route that we both looked at, and I expected her to use that previous engineer all had used, but instead decided to run in place and snag a trip cause a hazard. Flabbergasted, that a professional company would think this is acceptable. Even I'm surprised about that last one there. I am definitely surprised by that one. It's dying. If the Horizon Meta Universe don't work, they could potentially close the department. Yeah, but you don't use it anyway. I mean, I tend to use desktop thingy, whatever it is. Maybe I should have gone out and supervised or respect the work, but I put too much trust in OpenReach just to do a professional job. This is why whenever I turn up to a customer's address and I do work for them, okay, for example, installing new sockets left, right and centre, or doing something different, installing a master socket or putting some cabling down, I will grab the customer with both hands and say, this is my work, are you happy with it? And 99% of the times I say yes, and I say, if you're not happy with it, let me know now, because that will save me from having to come back to repair it, or save someone else having to come back to repair it, and save you a phone call to your ISP to get it repaired. So this is why I want you to be honest with me. If you don't like it, I'm happy to move it or change it, okay? But 99% of the time, they're fine. It's not like I threaten them with anything. So I reported this to OpenReach using the chat feature. I had to explain twice why the problem, even sending a photo of the work. After the lady I was dealing with decided to do something about it, she gave me 5 to 10 working days deadline for fixing the issue. I'm going to move over to the HTC or Valve 3 or Valve. Well, if you do, I'll happy take your other headset, your Quest 3. When I told her this was unacceptable, there's a risk of a trip hazard, she gave me a number and said I could get it done up to 70 hours. I rang the number, I couldn't get through to an agent, dealing with unsafe workmanship, so I hung up and tried to touch the OpenReach again using the chat feature, and now it won't let me speak to someone. So now I don't know if someone's coming in 5 to 10 working days, or hope to much in a fix. It's a sorry state of affairs. Okay. Right. Okay. If this ever happens to you, and you have OpenReach come out or someone coming out to install something and you're not happy of, don't run off to OpenReach. Run off to your internet service provider. Tell them about it. They will do the complaint for you. They will complain to OpenReach for you. Why is this person trying to get... Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Someone's got it spot on straight away. Complain to your service provider. They are your point of contact, not OpenReach. Oh, God. Thanks. After a particularly lengthy call, I was able to get through to point of contact Vodafone, who have given me a rough estimate to put this right 2 to 3 days to be assessed and possibly further wait to engineering and hearing correctly. Still flabbergasted it wasn't done correctly in the first place. It's nice. So okay, we run around the house about 3 foot from the ground instead of midway. 3 foot above the ground is fine. Where the other cables are run, they must have get just half a day of training and no manual on good practice at OpenReach. Firstly, as an OpenReach engineer myself, this is unacceptable. I happen to agree, and I'm not OpenReach. I've only seen work machine this bad by a contractor, not on direct labour. Though, of course, there are bad engineers everywhere, and there are good engineers making mistakes or having a bad day. Like me, I have bad days. More of the story is expressly outline what he thinks want done, monitor how the work is progressing, and check it out before they leave. Simple as. Oh yeah, subcontractor company in J. Quinn who did the work. I'm sorry to tell you of the same brush as a collective. Yeah. Me, personally, if I'm honest with you, I don't mind having the customer look over what I'm doing. In fact, I've had customers just sit there and look at what I'm doing. I don't mind it. Do you know why? I make conversation with them. I ask them how their day is. I ask them what their plans for the afternoon. They may not even want to talk to me, but they'll sit there. I've had one customer not want to talk to me, and I'll ask them. So, yeah. So, yes, one customer's the one who's been a bit upset with me, but I've never gone back to them, which is fine, fair enough. But yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, I will generally have a customer look over me, and I don't mind them, if I'm honest with you. I don't mind them looking over me. I don't mind them watching what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, it's their property. They can do whatever they want in their property, as long as it's not affecting me directly or touching me directly. Okay, that's one thing I don't stand for. Okay, But, you know, at the end of the day, it's their property. I don't mind having a conversation with people because I'm a people person when I'm working, okay? Because it's a bit like when you're sitting together in a stream chat or not in a stream chat or in a, a Discord chat. You're all doing your own things, right? But you know you're there. Or you may not even talk to them or they may not even talk to you. So, you know, it's one of those where it's nice. I'd rather have a customer who will watch your work, and I often welcome it. They'll say, "Oh, I'm just going to sit and watch because I'm interested in this side of stuff." And I said, "Yeah, sure, please, by all means. Do you know what? I'll explain as I'm going along what I'm doing. I'm just going to plug your HDMI cable in. I'm going to make sure this is right. Make sure making sure your master socket's okay. Make sure there's no extensions, and make sure the extensions aren't, you know, bridge taps, amongst other things, because." It just allows that bit of not training, but opens their eyes to what could be there. So, and I've had customers where they've turned around and said to me, "Oh, my last engineer was rude," or they're rude to me on the phone, and which happened today. I had a customer who said that their ISP was rude to them on the phone. They had to literally beg for an engineer to come back out. Luckily, it came back out, and I was able to resolve things. And I rang them afterwards, this afternoon, to make sure that their initial problem that I'd sorted last week, or earlier this week and earlier today, had been resolved. And I'm going to ring them again on Monday just to clarify that everything is still working. And I said to them, I'm going to ring you on Monday because I actually care about customers. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter what company they are. Internet service provider they've got. My job is not to lie to the customers, not to be rude to customers, and to get on with it. And to be polite and kind. And, you know, kindness costs absolutely nothing, okay? And Michi and Visky and yes, who I talk to, I may give you all this shit about, you know, whatever. I do it because I think you guys are awesome. Nobody fucking clip that before I fucking knock you out, you cunts. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for having a lovely evening with yourselves. I wish you all a lovely weekend. I'm off all weekend. I'm going to celebrate my daughter's birthday tomorrow, her 5th. Oh my God, I kept a child alive for 5 years. Fucking hell, I haven't kept a houseplant longer than that. Look after yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next chapter. Adios. And nobody likes Michi because Michi smells. Remember, if you missed the stream, Sunday, 8 PM, YouTube, links in the description. You can catch it again.